I find it very hard to trust the divine when my current experience in the now feels awful. It's like, well, you're putting me through this, so why should I trust you? Okay. I really, really hear that. Um, so interesting, though, that you ended up here. Like, this is the thing that's so interesting to me, and it happens in the forum that I run too, is there people that come and they're like, I hate God. I feel like we're really on pretty much an enemy basis right now. And yet I feel inextricably drawn to understand the work that you're teaching. And I'm like, really? Because you could just go to a movie or something instead, like some part of the soul is longing for that inner intimacy. So, there's a couple things that I might recommend for doing with this. And one is to, how can I put this? Just forget about God for a bit. Like, put God to the side, whatever this idea of God is. And instead, when you're in that experience in the now of it being really bad, and I get it, it's really, really a hard time for a lot of people right now. Take the focus off of this concept of God, a punishing God that's making bad things happen. Just put that in its own shelf for a minute and start to take care of the child. Start to take care of the child and put the focus into, okay, there's that kid that we were looking at over the last 2 weeks, last 2 sessions. I am going to be there for you. I am going to be there for you. I am going to attend to you. And then you look at what are the emotions that the kid is feeling. I am going to help you. Your anger is okay. And then you may find that then becomes the doorway that you can say, thank you for this anger. Thank you for this grief. Thank you for this sadness. So you get it? It's like there's many different doorways for how to enter this. But I think if you're in this place of just being mad at the divine, you can either jump right in and say, like I was saying at the start of today, thank you for this hatred of you. Thank you for this resentment of you. See if that gets you somewhere interesting. It could. Or just forget about God for now and start to attend to the child. And don't, when you're saying in this, how can I trust? Don't worry about trusting. See, this is just such cool stuff. You can get into such a pretzel. Oh, but I can't trust. Oh, but I've been trying to trust all these years. Don't worry about that. Thank you for the fact that I can't trust you. Thank you for that. Because as soon as you're saying it, writing it, whatever you need to do, something happens. Not necessarily the first time, but over time. Somebody else did write in and they said, is it okay to say, thank you, God, I hate you? And I would say, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially, my God, if if you're carrying one of those stories like God let you down, and I attract a lot of these kind of people in the work I do. I think I have since the beginning, where they were very spiritual or even religious when they were young, and then they just felt betrayed over and over. Giving yourself permission to say, thank you, you betrayed me, thank you, I hate you. Here's what's happening. You're opening the dialogue with the divine. rather than exiling it. And again, I was talking about it last time. If you're not in the delusion that the divine is something out there that's turned its back, but that it's something that lives inside that's being reopened to, then, you know, I've had, I once took a can of almost frozen orange juice and threw it against a wall so that it kind of exploded like a painting against the wall while I was yelling at Collie that I was just so mad at her. And, you know, of course, it's ridiculous because these forces live inside of us. So who are you actually mad at? I recommend this. You know, nothing is off limits. You're not using this to hurt anybody else, and you're not using it to hurt yourself. You're using it to let the emotions finally get unstuck from your own system. So